Day 18,
Hello and
Car
welcome
Audio
to
School.
day 18 of Car Audio School. The school is to teach you how to do it yourself, become a technician should you want to go to a shop, become a shop manager, or have the overall knowing of everything and become a shop owner. This is my body of work, my online resume, and our goal here is to teach you how to do it yourself. This is all for entertainment and educational purposes only, and today we're going to get right into it, and we're going to talk about speaker types, coaxial, and component. This is a hot topic because people are always getting speakers and throwing them in their cars, and or going to a shop or somewhere and asking, hey, I want to put some speakers in my car, and I ask them, well, do you want component or coaxial? And then you get the deer in the headlights look. And yeah, so for people who do buy things off of Facebook Market or go into shops or just secondhand things, we're going to talk about coaxial and component. So today we're going to start with the simplified version over here, and then we're going to go into the in-depth or slightly advanced but more explanational version of what coaxial and component is. So let's get right into it. I know, don't judge me. So, coaxial speakers, those are all-in-one speakers, and normally you'll see those with, it's a woofer, and it's a tweeter built into the top of it. Imagine a single speaker where all the different sound parts are built in together. You got the main speaker for the middle and the low sounds, and then the small speaker, the tweeter, right in the middle for the high sounds. This text is saying, think of it like a combo meal, how you would get a burger and a fries and a drink. It's all encompassing, it's all in one. And you can stick that one speaker into your dash or your door or your rear deck lid or your rear doors. The pros to this, it's easier to install and more often affordable because you're buying one speaker that does everything. And then it's good for replacing your factory speakers easily and getting an overall improvement in your sound. So the second thing is the component speakers. And think of this like a separate team. Like you would have a, I don't have an analogy for that, but think of a owner, a manager, and a supervisor. And not that they govern those responsibilities, but just those three working as a team. Think of it like that. Imagine the different sound parts are in separate speakers. You get a bigger speaker for the middle and the low sounds, the woofer, mounted in one spot, and the smaller speaker for the highs, the tweeter, mounted separately, often higher up in the door or the dashboard. So think of this like a specialized team. Each speaker is designed to do its specific job really well. And then the pros to this, better sound quality, more control over the high frequency sounds that come from, I said that totally wrong, more control over where the high frequency sounds come from, improving the sound stage. And we'll talk about that because sound stage, you can think about that like a front stage being the front of the dash, a middle stage like the doors, and then a rear stage like the deck lid and or the subwoofers in the back. And then there's different variations you can do with that also. Let's say a boat. You have the tower stage, you have the front of the boat, you have the rear of the boat, and then in some cases you'll have a subwoofer. So that's 4 different stages that you can do. And then this is good for people who are more serious about the sound quality and want a more immersive listening experience. So let's go over to, well, I'll give you the key takeaways from this. Coaxial, all the sound parts in one speaker. It's easier and cheaper. And then component, sound parts are separate, but better quality and control over your sound system. So we'll come over here and think of speakers as a device that turns electrical signals into sound you hear. Because it's hard for one single speaker to produce all the highs and lows of music equally well across an entire range of human hearing, and then that's from the deep or the low notes, 20 hertz, all the way up to very high pitched notes at 20,000 hertz, or 20 small k, capital H, small z. At least that's the abbreviation. We often use different types of speakers working together. So now we're going to break down coaxial and component speakers again, just in a different way, just to grasp the concept of what we're talking about here. Coaxial speakers, all in one sound. So this one, imagine a multi-tool. It has several different tools combined into one handy device, so like a Swiss Army knife. Coaxial speakers are similar. They are designed with multiple speaker elements, often a larger speaker for low sounds like bass, and a similar speaker like a tweeter for high sounds, all built into the same single unit. So everything you need to produce a range of sounds is packed together in one speaker. This makes it easier to install because you only have to mount one speaker to each location. And then component speakers, separate for better sound quality. Think of high-end kitchens. Think of a high-end kitchen with separate appliances designed for different tasks. A powerful stand mixer, a precise food processor, and a delicate hand blender. Component speakers are like that. They have a separate speaker driver, typically for woofers, the low frequencies, a tweeter for high frequencies, and sometimes a mid-range driver for the middle frequencies as individual units. So these are 3 separate speakers. Because these different drivers are separated, they can be made with materials and designed specifically optimized for frequencies that reproduce the best sound. For example, tweeters can be made very light and small to handle fast and high frequency vibrations, while a woofer is large and more robust to move more air for low bass notes. Component system also with something called a crossover network. Okay. Component systems also come with something called a crossover network. Think of crossover traffic as a director for sound. It takes the audio signal that sends the low frequency parts to the woofer, the high frequency parts to the tweeter, and the mid-range parts, if they're separate, if there is a separate mid-range driver, to that speaker. This ensures that the speaker only receives the frequencies that it's designed to play efficiently and without distortion. So basically it's just directing traffic. You're coming out of your radio, possibly into a DSP or a digital signal processor, out of that into your amplifier, process through your amplifier, out of your amplifier. So now if you're not going directly to a speaker that can handle that specific frequency, you can go into a crossover, which will split up your three frequencies and direct them to the exact speaker that you need it to go to, and then you can further tune from there. These crossovers are often passive, meaning they use electronic components like capacitors and inductors to filter the audio signal after it leaves the amplifier, but before it reaches the speaker. Sometimes these passive crossovers are pre-engineered to work specifically with the included speakers to balance out the sound. So a lot of times, kicker, really anything, but first ones that come to mind are Kicker or Kenwood or Sony, or pretty much any speaker that sells a component set will usually come with a crossover to separate out those sounds for you. The separation also allows for more flexibility in speaker placement to optimize the sound staging, which is how accurately the sound system can place the musical instruments and artists in front of you. So in short, coaxial speakers are a convenient all-in-one solution. Give me a moment. All-in-one solution for speakers, often potentially higher sound quality through separate specialized parts and a crossover to direct the sound frequencies appropriately. So that's pretty much, did I say that right? Coaxial? Yeah, you know what I meant. But that's pretty much it for today. There is a deeper understanding. This is just a bird's eye view of it. Tomorrow we are going to talk about speaker sizes. Give me a second. Yes, I have that many speaker monitors. Speaker sizes and materials that the speakers are actually made of. And then we'll kind of elaborate on today the coaxial and component part of speakers. So as always, donate. Take care of your technicians. A lot of them learn this stuff on the job and dare I say are abused on the job. I will go there eventually. But that'll be a separate video from all the learning stuff that we're doing. All the videos are currently being processed to be put up on YouTube. The two channels are I am Sleepy Digital at Gmail. Well, yeah, that's my Gmail, but I am Sleepy Digital and Nimbus Electronics and Sound. So I hope to see you there. I'm gonna keep doing videos here until I get all that set up. But yep, if you have any car needs in the Phoenix area, hit me up, because I do work on the side. This is just the teaching portion of it, but I do work on the side. So if you need something done, hit me up. I'll take care of you. See you tomorrow.